We are a couple of days from kickoff. Coach DeBoer made his first appearance on a game week on his Hey Coach show. We're going to talk about his appearance last night and more right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe, be part of what we're doing. We're right at we need a couple more people to get to 6,000 subscribers to help us get there. Roll Tide, everybody. Let's get this party started. And thank you for hanging out with us. Roll Tide. All right, there he is, big sexy Elmo, Mr. Brett Elmore. I'm Mick Gillespie. We saw Coach DeBoer on his first coach's show, and it was worth staying up for, man. The guy was on there, and he's talking about, right out of the chute, they put over 200 hours between practices and walkthroughs and meetings and lifts and all that. He said that they're grinding and they're ready to go, and I'll tell you what, I'm ready to go, man. I feel like I've been grinding with them.
Mick, I'll tell you what, we've been doing this show together for several months, and I appreciate the opportunity. But from Saban retiring to now, the grind has been hard. It's been tough. It feels like we've been at two-a-days, you and I, for months. And now, like I mentioned, the past couple of days, the hay's of the barn, and it's time to play football.
Yeah, it was cool seeing him up there. Chris Stewart, now the host.
Yeah.
Obviously he's been the host, but Eli Gold no longer part of the Crimson Tide Sports Network. I think Chris has always done a great job with the interviews.
Yeah,
and it was pretty cool. DeBoer had his wife and his daughters there for the first show. He seemed relaxed. He's an easygoing guy. And there he was, your favorite guy, Pee Wee from Grand Bay, Alabama, asking about the offensive line. And DeBoer seems pretty confident, and he should be. I mean, I feel like this is the strength of this football team.
I can't remember if Pee Wee is from Grand Bay or Red Bay.
It's Grand Bay.
Is it Grand Bay?
Yeah.
Because we have a new affiliate in Red Bay.
Okay, different bay, but not Green Bay.
Different bay, but Pee Wee's always going to be good. And he's on my Facebook, by the way.
Is he?
Yes, he is. And I learned some more things sometimes before anybody else does because of him.
Yeah, he's on it, man. He loves that offensive line. You win championships,
Yeah, you got to win. You win championships there on the offensive line. And no, Coach DeBoer seemed. I watched the show last night, and he seemed very relaxed. Very personable. But I feel like he's that kind of guy that when it comes down to game time, it's going to be game on. I know there's some changes to our game day, our Walk of Champions, like 2.5 hours before kickoff, and there's some changes being made to the schedule. But going to be a beautiful day in Tuscaloosa on Saturday, and I can't wait to ride down there. I'm probably going to ride down about 3:00 on.
It'll be fun, Saturday. Man. It's crazy to think we're here, right?
Yeah, it's here.
DeBoer was asked about the Western Kentucky offense, and obviously TJ Finley said they expect to throw the ball down the field, which we all knew that. Maybe they've run some trick plays. They're going to try to ambush Coach DeBoer in his first game, and I don't think that this is a pushover opponent. Now, I think Alabama will cover the spread, but I'm just saying, when I think of the Hilltoppers, I'm thinking, hey, these guys are going to be able to score points, and they could give you trouble in this new secondary with all these unfamiliar faces at the cornerback spot. They're going to be tested right out of the chute.
No, and that's what we talked about. I think they're going to try and pick on the secondary, and they should. I mean, that's what you do. I mean, if you're a good football coach, that's what you're going to do, and you're going to pick on the secondary and everything else. But Western Carolina, yeah, I mean the Hilltoppers out of Bowling Green, I guess they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to pose. They're not going to be a pushover. But do you really think we're going to? When I made my prediction yesterday, there was some people in the comments, and then I ran to some people. They don't think we're going to cover the 31 and a half.
Man, I don't know. I think our offense is going to be pretty good. I mean,
I think so. Yeah.
Milroe hasn't had this type of coaching. He's got a year of experience under his belt. He is definitely confident. He's got the deep ball. They're not going to be able to stop that in the running attack. And I think that's why you talk about the offensive line so much, because this is going to be a run game that I don't think DeBoer's had in college. Where you got Justice Haynes and Jam Miller. I'm expecting the offensive line to just beat these guys down. And when you try to defend that deep ball, then all of a sudden you got guys a little bit deeper. The big plays happen on the short passes and on the breaks in the running game. So, I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But, we'll see, man. That's why this first game to me is so interesting, because we don't really know what to expect. DeBoer talked about in his teleconference, you and I were talking about before we went on the air, that he expects 5 to 7 wide receivers to play for Alabama. And it's like pretty fun trying to figure out who those guys are. And I'd say maybe Kendrick Law would be one, Kobe Prentice, right? Cole Adams, that Jeremy Bernard came with him from Washington. Yeah. He's going to be a big part of the offense. Everyone expects Ryan Williams to be in there. We've heard a bunch about Caleb Odom, maybe Emmanuel Henderson, who was kind of one of those guys too that started to come on at the end of last year. I mean, that's what I would guess, right? But different packages. I think that the more of wide receivers that they use and they develop can only help Alabama.
Well, I mean, he's throwing out some info there, and I think we will see several receivers, but I also think we'll see a lot of out of the tight end package. But let's remember that Western Kentucky was 8-5 last year. I mean, this is not a bad football team. They beat South Florida. Of course, they lost to Ohio State, but they finished up in a bowl game in the Toastery Bowl and won in overtime. Not a bad football team. They're going to pose some threats, but I think that the receiving game, like you mentioned, I think that's going to be a kind of a just a detour or whatever you want to call it, a distraction. I think the running game is going to be big in this game.
Yeah. Milroe was on the show after DeBoer.
Yeah.
And he was talking about for his senior season, and he actually has eligibility for next year, but he's considering this his senior season. His goal is to get a master's degree. Pretty funny, right? Obviously, he's a captain. And I think that's pretty cool, but he's one of the guys that help keep everybody together.
TJ Finley, I think he started when Namath was playing. It seems like he's been there playing football forever, and he's going to be the starter for Western Kentucky. I was talking about that earlier yesterday. Everybody was making fun because it was like, well, he's played for Auburn, he's played for the LSU.
LSU, Texas State.
Yeah, and it's like, how old is this guy?
Yeah, he's been around the block, man.
Yeah.
But pretty exciting stuff. Just to get this close to kickoff. And now things get really quiet. I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot more. I'm expecting in the media today or tomorrow. Other than I want to tell you guys about the Tailgate show. So you got this ready to drop. We do the Tailgate show. Obviously, this is how this channel started. The Tailgate show is our radio show that you guys can hear throughout the state of Alabama. We record the show on Friday, and we're going to do it Friday at Galette's in Tuscaloosa. So swing by and see us. We'll be there 1 to 3, Jake and I. Brett, you're invited. I know you've got stuff to do at the house, so you'll be popping on through the video, but we're going to have a lot of great guests. Andrew Bone and I were talking about him jumping on. He's been on the show with us for 10 years. He's been on forever. Tom Abraham from up in North Alabama is a frequent guest. And we're going to have Lance Taylor on this year, from the next round, and a bunch of other great guests. But having Coker on the show is really cool. You got a great guy. He's funny, but he's also a national championship winning quarterback. So we'll be at Galette's Friday for the recording of the show, and then it'll be on our new flagship station, Classic Rock 106.9 out of Birmingham. But you can hear that everywhere, man. You drive into the game, boy, you put this on 5 hours before kickoff, and you're going to be able to hear it. So 5 hours before kickoff, what's that put us at?
1 o'clock.
11 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Okay.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, 1 o'clock. Yeah. So we'll be on
1
at
o'clock. And if your favorite local station does not have it, I feel like I'm in WCW. Ask your local provider to get the Bama Tailgate show. But no, seriously, it's on statewide. And Mick, I want to say that I'm just blessed to be a part of it, and I was telling folks last night about it, and everybody's looking forward to it, and I am too.
Me too, man. And I got to tell you guys, when we talk about Pearl River every week, it's not just because they're a great sponsor, but they help build this thing. They've been one of our partners since day one, and then as we've expanded, those guys have had our back. And it's a short trip from Tuscaloosa. You can go over there, Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. They say it's the Augusta you can play. It's just a great golf course. You don't have to have a membership. Spend $50 at the sports book betting on Bama, and you can play Dancing Rabbit for $40. Got a bunch of great acts coming up. Scotty McCrary's going to be there this fall. Gary Allen's going to be there. You can find out more information and get tickets on their website. Rodney Carrington, the comedian in town, he's one of my favorites. He's really funny.
That's Saturday night.
That's this Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
That'd be a heck of a day, like a little Alabama football, and then Rodney Carrington.
Put you about $500 on Alabama to cover that 30. And then you enjoy Rodney Carrington.
Yeah. The other thing, too, before, Brett, you take over the show, is New Life Art, promo codes Bama Tailgate. We're going to do 19% right now, 19% off with purchase. And this is good until the 31st, which is Saturday. Now, Alabama wins. We'll kick it through Labor Day. But it's the drive for 19, man. 19 national championships, 19% off, using the promo code Bama Tailgate at newlifeart.com. But get those Daniel Moore prints. You can see them in Brett's background when he's up there. You need to pimp out your man cave. You know that. And you can do it there. All right, when we come back, Brett takes over the show. So don't go anywhere on this this very, very short timeout. I'm like this short.
To Pearl River Resort. They call him Big Sexy. Coming at you from the Walker County. Jasper is his hometown. He's known for giving free rundowns. Oh, Big Sexy. Throwing out those Alabama thoughts. Sneaking out your mom's window without getting caught. Nick gives you the XPs, but Big Elmo is here to please. Big Sexy Elmo on the Bama Tailgate Show.
Oh, where is Big Sexy Elmo? Oh, there he is. Hey,
Here I
you can
am.
come
Here
here.
I am.
Jump
Here
in.
I am. I tell you what, it is the 30th day, or no, the 29th day of August. I was out and about last night, and I tell you what, Mick, we had, let's see. Oh, look,
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I see it. I kind of see it.
I kind of see it. I'll
I
try
see
to.
a lot of your face and not much of your friend's face.
Well, I mean, I have a big head, as if you didn't know. But no, and that's the first time that someone has actually sung the song to me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I figured people would come up singing your song, right? And I wanted to say I
Giving
love
those
this song.
sneaking out your mom's window without any thought. But anyway,
Is that it? Wait, hold on a second. It's without any thought? I thought it was without getting caught.
without getting caught. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was just saying, because like there's always those songs when they come on and you're singing along and you got the lyrics and then you get the lyrics wrong, which I'm glad that you're the one that got the lyrics wrong. I got them
I
right.
was the one to get
Okay.
it's the lyrics wrong, but I'm sorry, but that's I appreciate meeting those guys and everything else, but anyway, let's take a look at the calendar today, and let's see what's going on as far as celebrity birthdays are concerned. And let's see, not a whole lot going on as far as celebrity birthdays. We've got, let's see.
All right. Well, let's switch to today's holidays.
I was about to say, just pause this. Sorry, that's what I was talking about. These guys right here watch the show every day. Look at them. They're big Winston County fans, and they love you a lot. I tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, let's give them a good finish to this show.
All right,
Probably not one of our best today.
Not one of our best today, but
we're up very, very early doing this. All right, hammer it away. Let's go. Give it to us here.
All right, Liam Payne is 31 today. He is the singer from One Direction.
Oh yeah.
Kind of a girly band, but
it's like a boy band. One of the boy bands. He's a girly boy band.
But it's one of those. They're still pretty good. You don't want to. You don't want to.
I hear you. They like the record producers put those guys together. It's not like they're just singing on the street corner somewhere. It's like, hey, we got Brett. He's really good at the bass. If we can go out and Mick can sing a little bit. Fred's a good looking guy. We're going to put them all together. They're going to dance. And then, and then these bands, they do it, man. I think the first boy band was the Monkees that was put together by the record label. It's not like you
always go back to the Monkees. I don't know what it is. I think
that's where it started, this trend, and then I don't know that we have any now. I just don't know that we don't, but happy birthday.
But see, what our niche is, it needs to be me, you, Coker, and maybe Clint Lamb, and we could do a
Lance Taylor.
Lance. Let Lance let him do the lead, or whatever, Let's see. Elliot Gould, he is an actor. He was in Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12. The film version of MASH, he's 86 today. Not a whole lot going on today's birthdays, but if you're looking for something to celebrate, today is National Chop Suey Day.
I don't even know what chop suey is other than that one cartoon, like the karate chop suey.
Yeah, I don't either. More herbs, less salt day.
Which is probably a good idea. Like you probably don't realize how the United States, we let like a lot more preservatives and stuff in most other countries, and the herbs are probably a lot more natural. I know what you're thinking, and I don't mean that. I'm talking about
because
herbs
I've
on your
heard from
food.
so many people here the past couple. I know you're an herb guy, and look at me. I'm more of a salt guy. That's why I take these blood pressure medicines. It's okay. Today's National Lemon Juice Day.
Never been a lemon juice guy, but I do like it on my fish.
No, I do like lemon juice. Do you like the lemon juice? You were talking about the my mother used to make Krabby Patties, the crab.
Oh yeah,
stuffed crab.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she'd put in the oven and bake it, and we would get the lemon, and you would put it over it.
Yeah,
oh, it was so good.
Yeah, that goes together. Like it helps keep the fish smell down.
And there were some people yesterday was wondering about all your crab stories.
I love the crabs. I mean, look, I'm a crab man. I mean, I grew up, that's my favorite food, so I like them. I like steamed crabs. I like crab cakes. I like crab soup. That's why when you didn't mention, which is your role, you're supposed to say what today is. You missed the crab soup day. And I hear that. I hear people say, hey, today's National Crab Soup Day. I'm like, of all these days, I need to know when it's National Crab Soup Day.
Hey, let me ask you something. When I come back up to the Smokies, if you ever invite me back, let's go back. Do you think that may have been one of the best steaks you've ever eaten?
Oh yeah, at the Alamo, and a lot of people put like crab on top of the steak. Did you know that? So like one of the extras.
See there.
Mm-hmm.
You're
surf
tempting
and turf.
Me.
Yeah.
You're tempting me though. Is the thing you're like, we could try that, Brett.
Oh yeah,
we could try that.
Let's go.
Let's do it. In this day, 1936, John McCain born.
Okay, you're one of your guys.
Yeah, great American, and also born this day, 1941. One of your guys, Robin Leach.
Oh yeah,
Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
Oh yeah,
I think he filmed 3 or 4 times at your house.
No, but him and Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to wear like a bow tie and then kind of just be perfect with your wording, which I could never do. But they make the show based off of their ability to just be perfect. Mean Gene was the best wrestling guy ever.
Yesterday was bow tie day, and you wear bow ties from time to time, and see mine. I hate to say this, Mick, but I've got a big neck. Some people on this program have been very rude and said I don't have a neck, but I do. It's large, but I have a neck. Okay?
It's there somewhere, is what you're saying.
It is. It's there.
They're hard on us. I mean, you get in that comment section, and there's some jokesters in there.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a neck. I've got a wedding I got to go to here in October, and my nephew's having a wedding in October, and my mother asked me yesterday, said, "Are you going to the wedding?" And I was like, "What date's it on?" Because I had to check the Alabama football schedule, and I was like,
"No, that's everybody. That's everybody."
So, they're playing Missouri. I don't know. I'll probably show up, but maybe not for long. Anyway, Michael Jackson born this day in 1958.
Yeah, man. And kids still love Michael Jackson songs, man. I mean, like little kids, like his music just hits for them. You know, it's funny when you see kids now, and I mean, he's been gone for a while, and they love some Michael Jackson. You know, I asked my son, like, "How do you know about Michael Jackson?" Just knows about him. You know, like, okay, you know, I know about the Thriller. You know, I've been there, off the wall. You know,
Yeah. Many years ago, I went to Vegas and my son was young. He was very young, and he enjoyed Michael Jackson. And I got the glove, you know, and brought it back to him. And I think it's still somewhere. I don't know where it's at. But
did he wear that to school? Remember Michael Jackson wearing one glove? Had
oh
like
yeah,
the leather,
that was
had like
great.
that red leather jacket, you know, with all the zippers and stuff. People would wear those to school. I remember that, man. One
Oh
glove.
yeah. And finally, 2005, Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, killing an estimated 1,836 people, causing $108 billion in damage. Because of Katrina, some of the city's levees to rupture and resulting in mass flooding, deaths. I remember that so very well, and had a very good friend of mine who started here in Jasper. His name was David Meeks, and David came back. I don't know, probably 5-6 years ago. And he was over the Times-Picayune at the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he had 2 Pulitzer Prizes, and he showed them to us. And then it was a great thing because my dad really believed in him as a journalist. And when Hurricane Katrina hit, he was one of the ones that stayed behind and delivered the newspapers on a bicycle.
Wow.
And it was just incredible, just an incredible story. And I always think about David when we talk about Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, no good hurricanes, man. I just had
No.
had a lot of trees taken out at my house because, you know, we're pretty close to the water, man. And it's like you just worry that one of these big storms is going to come. And we got clobbered by Sally a couple years ago. But when you live down on the coast, you know, that's the one trade-off, you know, is that you get hit by these monster storms. And you just hope that they minimize the damage. Well, guys, look, have a great day. Roll Tide to all you guys. And we will check you again tomorrow. So make sure that you check us. And if you're not a subscriber, or if you are, get somebody else to subscribe. Get us over 6,000 today. Come on. We're so close, man. Roll Tide, everybody.